Hey now.
He in the middle of the barn.
Hey now. Is that H-E-Y, H-A-Y? It's
Hey,
H-A-Y, right?
Yeah.
And I should know this. One of my good friends, Alvin Daniels, was the filmmaker for this video.
Really?
And Chicago State product. He's the professor over there. Man, I should know this. Anyway, hey, you all.
Hey.
We got hey on here for a reason. Hey, y'all.
Hey.
I miss y'all.
Steve is here. Lisa is here. And if you see Lisa, yeah, there she is. She's right there. See? So we're all here today. This is Unmuted, the podcast where you can hear us speak freely about a whole lot of stuff. And a whole lot of stuff has been going on.
Man.
We've been kind of missing in action.
We have.
You know, we've been a little away.
We've been muted.
For the most part.
We have been muted.
Not because the FCC has
Right.
flagged this podcast. And if they have, I want them to let us know, because that'll improve our ratings. So I'm all for the ratings. But it's the holiday season. We got stuff to do. Thanksgiving came and left, and now we're deep into the Christmas season, and
yes,
we've been a little busy.
Oh yeah,
stuff has been going on. We got stuff here now. We got cameras. Lisa's right there.
That's the thing. You come back, and you come back better than you left. That's exactly what happens.
That's what's supposed to happen.
Always.
Steve is right there, and we're trying to upgrade things around here.
Oh, ain't no trying.
We've definitely accomplished that.
Stuff done got real.
Yeah. So we got stuff, and of course, I have my microphone.
I was gonna say you're sounding.
I'm sounding really crisp,
man.
Sounding really because before this was a 2-mic studio.
Yeah.
And being the host that I am, I gave one of the mics to Steven and Lisa.
Mm-hmm.
Let them have the mic, and I would grab this. I don't want to say the brand because I still use it. But it wasn't a podcast mic, but it was one of my favorite voiceover mics.
Mm-hmm.
But I could not use it for a podcast. It didn't have that capacity, I guess, and it really didn't sound good.
Okay.
But I still use them, and I'm not gonna throw them under the bus.
Right.
I hear you.
But thank you for Rode coming through. I will say their name. Thank you for Rode, because I do want Rode to be a sponsor of the show eventually. At one point, I want them to fund some money this way here.
Please, we got your name
and
all
some
over
product.
everything.
We got some product too. Yeah, we got Rode everywhere.
Yeah,
Rode is everywhere. If you look at Steven's mic, good Lord, it got Rode right there.
Come on.
If you look at Lisa's mic, where's Lisa's mic? Oh no, Lisa's mic right there. Rode everywhere.
Feel like Vanna White.
That's right.
Right.
See, so we got things everywhere, and so that's that. We've been gone. Where y'all been? Where have you been?
What's that song say? I've been everywhere,
a world
man.
Tour.
Yes, yeah.
I just been doing a little West Coast visiting.
Last time we was here, you were in California with the Bears.
Yeah.
You've been to Vegas.
Yeah, had the Ushers had their anniversary.
Well, after your bedtime.
Man,
well,
let me
after
tell you
your
something.
bedtime.
I never knew at 47. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't talk about it. When I get off work at 6:30, I'm ready to go to bed at 7. I have to make myself stay up till about 9:30.
Mm-hmm.
I feel you.
It's rough.
So what do you do when you're trying to stay up for the Usher concert?
Man, look.
Gamble.
5-hour energy. Are they a sponsor?
They could be.
Contact us.
Contact us, please. 5-hour energy. We would love to hear from you.
Nah, the question is, and I know y'all don't want to talk about it. I want to know. I want to see pictures. What did the missus wear? Did she wear the Keke Palmer, or was she?
Now you know your friend. You know your friend. I showed more than she did.
Usher sing to
it? You showed more?
Yeah, man.
So did Usher sing to you? Or
J Hud was there tonight. J Hud and Common.
They go together now.
Common is always there.
Is he?
He is always there. He may not be on stage, but he's there. but it makes sense that he's there when Jennifer Hudson.
Oh
is.
yeah.
So that's the one thing that I
Getting
kind
quite
of
serious. Looks like.
Did we
like
ever
it.
talk about how ran through comedy is in the industry?
Really?
Ran through.
That's what we're gonna
Ran
go with.
through. He's ran through. He's been with all the women.
Well, what's the difference between Common and Harvey girl?
Nothing. Y'all say she ran through too. So he's just the male version.
I really
He's the male version of
Okay.
Lori Harvey.
maybe it's just me, but I don't see the problem. If it works, it works. If it don't work, it don't work. You
Right.
supposed to stop dating if it don't work? No.
Exactly. But y'all say the thing if it's a woman and
No,
she's dated
I don't-
multiple.
Hey,
Well, I'm saying society and
Yeah.
the average Joe, they'll have judgment and all that stuff to say about a woman like Erica Badu, who also dated
Erica,
Common.
yeah, she did.
Ooh.
You know,
She the one that turned him a little,
she stuck her finger up his butt.
and he was wearing wool caps in the summer. That's what it'll do. Look at Andre out here blowing flutes and shit.
He's literally blowing flutes right now.
Because
Just walking down the street with a damn Come on,
And I
Erica
know-
Badu.
What's his Big Boy? Is that his partner?
Yeah,
Like,
Big Boy.
He like shaking his head.
What can you do?
He like this nigga, man.
What can you do?
Yeah.
are we seriously?
Who else did she get?
We just jump right in. Okay, so she got we talked about this too,
Did
talking
we?
about the year in review. I do remember us talking about Erica Badu and her baby daddies.
Yeah.
And Andre 3000 is one of
Andre
them.
wasn't.
Yeah.
He was one of the first.
The
Sorry, Miss
DOC.
Jackson.
So
Damn, I forgot about DOC.
Yeah, the DOC.
Is that why he lost his voice?
You don't know. Erica is very powerful.
She takes some
Erica's
shit.
that strong.
Hey,
She's that
Erica
strong.
called. Who was that? The Blueface boy.
Chris, yep. Blueface, that's his name.
And the authorities was
And
there
they
the next
came and
day. She
arrested his
said, "Do
ass
your
real-
thing,
Universe, do your
universe,
thing.
do your," and they did it.
And they did it.
So-
I want her to pray that prayer again because he's out here wilding out again.
I'm so sick of him and his baby mama or
And the baby,
supposed
too.
baby
I'm
mama.
Why
tired
are we
of-
going off on the baby? The baby ain't do nothing.
The baby just for being here and causing all this drama. Everybody mad at her because she ain't know to hold the baby neck. The baby out there just giving up drama.
But you can't
all like
have the
this.
baby with the loose neck. You know the baby ain't got control of the neck yet.
I mean, yeah, but still, that was the start of his.
And
Little
why
drama.
you got the baby outside at 2 months anyway?
Somebody said that baby already smelled like outside in the comments. They had a picture of her at the airport with the baby. They like that baby already smelled like outside.
I'm done with all of y'all.
Hey, I'm just.
We just started this
This
show.
is how we start a show after
We gotta
being
jump
gone.
right on
For
in.
so
Oh
long.
my god.
Jump right on in.
Y'all are okay. I'm trying to adjust my camera because I'm all over the place.
Hey, you,
Um,
why are you doing that? You know who Erica need to get?
Hmm.
Diddy.
You know what?
May bring him down a few pigs, huh?
I want to interview Erica. I feel like they probably had a crossing of the paths.
You think
And
so?
Did he feel like he can? You see the type of person he is. He can get anybody he want. He can do whatever he
did
does.
change his name to Brother Love or some shit. didn't
Some-
he?
yeah,
Wild
love,
shit.
LUV, love.
He probably smelled that coochie
They-
incense that she had.
You know, and he thought it was fresh, but Erica gets covered and smothered under all of the
But then
ancestors and everything.
But then-
She's not getting touched by no Diddy, by no Pity, by no nobody, no
Take
Sean
that, take
John. Right? She like I ain't taking nothing.
She said, "No, you take this."
You
take
right.
the right.
You
Take
take
that.
So yeah, it's a whole lot going on with
Oh
Sean
my goodness,
Combs
this is gonna be a show
this time.
this evening.
Listen, first off, I want to let everybody know that we are live on everyone's Facebook page tonight.
Yeah.
We're live on Facebook. If you have a comment, please, by all means, let us know what your comments are. Check in with us,
Please.
and we'll be sure to give you a shout out as well,
Absolutely,
because we love listeners. We love people who listen to us in real time,
we can't do this without you.
Hey,
and so we are making. That's exactly right. We cannot do this without you, and we're making sure that we're doing it on every every avenue possible.
Every
Yeah.
platform.
So listen to us live on Facebook tonight on my page, Delvin Restored, Miss Lisa
Mhm.
J's page, and Big Sir Stevens page on Facebook
Yeah.
and on YouTube as well, with the Genius Media Group on YouTube. By
Mhm.
all means, you can listen and watch us now there. Okay.
Yep.
love it.
I love the fact that we can just come back in here and just jump right in like we ain't never missed
Like
a
we
beat.
Madden
never
didn't miss a beat.
I don't know about you all, but man, I love these pictures. I love the fact that I can move from one camera to the next camera. There's Steven, there go me, there go Lisa, there go Lisa, there go Steven, there go me. So I want to talk about Diddy because that's the
Let's
one
talk
thing,
about it.
that's the one thing that we have not that's brand new. Everything else that we're going to talk about is stuff that we have already talked about this year.
Mhm.
But I want to talk about Diddy and what's going on with him. How did this happen? Why did this happen?
How did it happen?
Why is this the ghost of Kim Porter coming back?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh wow.
Is this really saying, okay, I'm gonna you all didn't believe me,
But let me
throw the universe into a tailspin and let all this stuff come out. So
Wow.
what really went on? What really happened here?
I was not privy to all of the information. Back when Kim Porter died, I did know that Diddy was on BS and that it was some speculation there. Didn't really follow through upon anything. It's not that I didn't care. It's just that, who has the time?
Yeah.
Okay. They want to say first that she died from toxicity. It was some type of toxic shock poisoning or something like that. Then, some money was exchanged somewhere. Then the second person gave the autopsy and was like, nah, she had pneumonia.
That's what I heard.
Right.
Pneumonia,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. So the powers that be were in the works to shut all of that down. But everybody who knows anything about Kim Porter knows that she was writing a book during that time. She had finished the book. She had sent several copies to her people that she felt close-knit, Al B. Sure being one of them.
Who had his own.
Come on.
Yeah, he was writing his own. No, he was fine when she died. No, we got to follow the timeline. Al B. Sure was perfectly fine when he died. They share a son. They share a son together, Quincy, which Diddy had a big part in raising. And that's the light-skinned boy that looks totally different from all the other Combs kids.
Yeah.
So she had this book that she had written and she forwarded to people that she trusted. And then I even hear since she passed that she told people, if anything happened to me,
shut up. It
was not an accident. And Sean, whatever she called him, he had something to do with it. Look at him. Since then, since all the drama and all the hype, I've delved deep into this. I've gone down the rabbit hole.
As far back as Heavy D. Let's talk about it.
I found Sloan Bella, shout out to her, on YouTube, the white psychic lady.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
She broke this thing down. She did a live back in June channeling Kim Porter's spirit.
That's right.
Back in June, this woman said around about November 15th, we're going to get some information.
That's what she said.
And it's going to come from somebody that's not even connected to Kim. And it's going to break the mold when it comes to the Diddy drama. Mm-hmm. And wasn't it November 16th when Cassie came and filed her charges?
Yes, it was.
So come on now. So yeah, Diddy is, I can't say it's Kim working, but the universe is working to get him to be accountable for everything that he's did. And you see everything that he's done. And just like you see that Cassie situation, how many other people have come out and said things and all of that stuff. Just a lot of them, of course, to get a quick payday.
Hey,
of course, to get a quick payday. But what about the valid ones, the ones who really were
absolutely
hurt and and that's a lot of them. Sloan Bella also did a live not too long ago, and she was saying 3 of the closest people to Diddy are also going to be held accountable and brought to justice because of the roles that they served while working with him.
Well, we knew one of them.
2 days after she said that, the security guard, the one that was closest to him, got brought up on charges. So it's like everything this woman is saying, y'all, if y'all really believe in the whole spirituality and the channeling and the medium stuff, go to YouTube and search her, and it's gonna just do what it does for you, because she is so deep and in detailed with everything that she gets spiritually. So yeah, I believe he's gonna get what's coming to him. And hey, I hate to say this, but we do share the same birthday. I just use my powers for good, and he uses it.
And that's usually how it works. That's the balance, the yin and the yang. Yeah.
But yeah, November 4th, he's a Scorpio.
But then if you go deeper into the whole, because I don't like doing this, but somebody brought up the fact that everyone that was close to him that was working on a biography or a tell-all book end up either dead or almost.
That's another thing.
Going back to Heavy D, Andre Harrell, Albie Shore, who was in a coma for.
And people didn't want to believe that because it was the source that it came from, which was Jaguar Wright.
Yeah.
Everybody says that she's off and all that stuff.
Oh no, she is.
She definitely is, but when she,
that don't mean she don't know something.
I'm gonna be with her when she right.
Hello.
And like you said, you just, even if we have no facts about how any of these people died, the coincidence and the common link
is too close.
Is Sean
It's too
P.
close.
Diddy Combs.
Yeah.
And what was Heavy D doing? Like, why Heavy D?
Right.
What he do all the way back
he
then?
Knew
Sean, what do you know?
I don't know, but he knew it.
And then Biggie, do we really want to believe that he would do something like that to his homeboy, his brother, his Ace Coon Boom? Like, really? Look, and they say you know you got to make sacrifices to join the Illuminati. You said they can't kill Abel. He did.
Okay, then.
You know, so it's just like it's a lot. It's a lot.
I don't even know where to begin with this because there's so many similarities and so many things you can connect this to that it has the conspiracy theorist in me just buzzing, just clicking, because I don't know. I don't understand why they can't. I just don't understand. Why are they involved and why are they doing? And my camera's doing a lot. That's why I'm not on. That's why Lisa and Steven are on and not me. And I'm trying to fix that and talk at the same time. So anyway, you all are chiming in.
They on it. They are on it.
You all are chiming in.
Chiming in. Shout out to Phil because I'm gonna cuss him out later. But
why are we cussing Phil out? What's happening?
He just said Scorpios ain't shit in the comments. So I mean, he got his own personal reason. So I'm gonna let you have that one, bro. I'm gonna let you have that one.
Wow.
But all Scorpios ain't the same. Let's just say that.
Okay, I'm gonna leave that to you too. I'm trying to adjust. My camera is really going crazy, and I'm trying to adjust. Oh, I see.
What's up?
It's moving there, but it's not moving down, and I don't have enough.
Oh,
so
is this something I could do since I'm right here?
Well, no, I'll do it. Y'all talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. This is the part of podcasting that no one ever hears.
Right.
But I decide, because this is unmuted, you have to understand that these things happen. So I have to go over here and adjust the camera angle. Although it is a very nice looking pan tilt zoom camera, and you can see that right here, and it does move back and forward. But if you look at this camera right here, for example, this camera, and I have to shout out my good friend, oh my God, Letitia Bryan, who's in Florida.
Oh, okay.
Who decided to email me and tell me, Delvin, before you go with cameras, go this route. Go to PTZ cameras. Okay. Look them up, and you tell me what you think. And that's something that you will definitely need to do. So I've been looking them up. I've been studying them. I've been doing everything for like the last 2 months when it comes to this camera. But things like adjusting stands, that didn't come part of the manual. So allow me to adjust the stand. You all talk about yourselves.
It looks like a great camera, though.
Right, listen, because I remember when you only had one stationary camera in there.
One stationary, and we'd all be like, "Move, you had enough camera time. Let me in."
So don't mind me, y'all. I'll be back in a few.
But yeah, your boy is definitely out here wilding. And is he gonna pay everybody off?
He gonna have to do something.
What's gonna happen? Because like, I just really hope, because again, the psychic also said that she sees around Easter time, and she used the phrase "sacrificial lamb."
Ooh.
She's like, things are gonna really be changing. Like, it's gonna be devastating, and I hope that the man doesn't try and commit suicide or something like that.
I just want the kids to be safe. You got the little girls, you got the twins,
right?
And
and it's like Kim she said her spirit is like really not at peace because she's watching out for her kids.
Yeah.
And it's like she can't rest because her kids are in this man's care.
Yeah.
And Misa's son already was involved. What did she go off on Diddy 4 months ago?
I don't remember that.
I think he was involved in a car crash or something like that. And he was allegedly drinking. I don't know. I could be making that up, but it was some type of situation like that. And yeah, Misa was like, she went off on him real bad on the internet.
Oh wow!
But then just last week, look at this. She posted a picture of her baby. He had to be like 2 in Suge Knight's house playing with Suge Knight. Suge Knight's on the floor, like, playing with her son. So how much beef was there between the East Coast and the West Coast? If he can play with Diddy's kid, like, how much are y'all really beefing? Exactly. Or what is this? Is this something you guys have created for your artists to believe this stuff, to keep the drama going?
Facade, yeah.
Meanwhile, y'all capitalize off of it. Wow. Then what happened? Y'all sacrifice y'all 2 biggest artists.
Exactly.
That's crazy. And this is all speculation. I have no proof of that, but that picture is real. Go on Misa's page if you want to see it. It's literally Suge Knight playing with Justin when he was a baby.
Wow. I ain't seen none of that.
Yeah. It's a lie.
Hey y'all, I'm back. Okay. Hey, how you doing? I see what's happening. Okay, here's what's happening. Lisa loves to talk with her hands. Yeah. So Lisa will hit a table every once in a while.
I do in my bracelet. It'd be like,
yeah. So I need you to not do that.
That right there.
That camera is like, okay, listen, I can only do so much.
Okay, here, take this off, Steven. Like, it's this clamp right here.
So.
Oh wait, I might can get it.
And see, this is the other part of Unmuted that no one
really understands. Pushed it down.
Oh, see, oh my God!
Wow! Now my charms are all over here. But at least you guys won't hear any clinking.
I just did what I was told.
So I'm back and the cameras are back. Okay, now great. Now listen, Suge Knight being in this in some form is just beyond me.
It's crazy.
He just trying to finish his sentence.
He's not gonna finish that. He gonna meet the dirt before he gonna meet the dirt before he.
How many years did he get?
I don't know. Let's see.
And what was he charged with? Like, what's his original?
And it wasn't even
nothing. Yeah, just like Al Capone.
Probably some tax shit.
I don't understand why he still has so much contact with everybody.
Yeah.
Even while he's in the penitentiary.
Yeah. To the point that you can leave voicemails and do interviews.
28-year prison sentence.
And how old is he now?
58.
Okay. So let's do a what if. If he got out, and at this point he would be roughly in his 70s.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You think he would still have that juice even when he's 70 years old?
Suge lost that juice when they knocked him out before he went in.
That's right. Who gonna try him?
Who gonna try him? His reputation is gonna always precede itself.
I don't know.
You want to try shit?
I knocked out Bigger.
Okay.
You knocked out Biggie?
Really? Bigger.
Okay. Yeah. I'm asking for myself. I don't know.
What about you, Devin? You gonna try Suge?
Hell no, I'm not gonna try Suge.
Hey, they said you talk about Suge. That wasn't the one to worry about on the West Coast. And this surprised me.
Who was it?
They said Hammer was the one.
Oh my God, I did read that.
They said Hammer had the lock.
Hammer was.
Mm-hmm. Hammer.
If you came on what they call the Oakland area, the Bay, you in that area, and you ain't see him, you was gonna see him.
You was gonna see him. Yeah, he was running it in those pants too.
Third base had
in those pants.
I can't take anyone seriously if you are really wearing parachute pants.
Exactly.
And you running after me, you gonna fly away.
That's why he had to make examples
that Taco Bell
of
commercial. You saw that? Shut up before I can't go back out to the West
Coast. They coming for you, Steve. Steve gonna call us and he's gonna be out there. Listen, they didn't got me.
They ran up on
I watched an interview with Search, MC Search from. Do you remember Third Base?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he said they were at they had a little beef with Hammer. They thought it was nothing. They were just doing it to get their name out or whatever. They didn't mean nothing bad, but Hammer was like,
Nah.
they're not gonna make it out.
You done insulted me.
And it was real. They said even Suge wouldn't mess with, with Hammer.
Wow.
Suge would not mess with Hammer.
You heard what I said.
But you see how Hammer went out. Like, but why they let him do that if he has so much power? Or why did he let himself do that?
Well, that was,
the financial thing.
Yeah,
that was all his money and his frivolous spending. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Unmuted the Podcast. You can hear us on Facebook and on YouTube, as well as any streaming podcast there is out there.
We out here.
We are out here. We haven't been here in a while, but we still out here.
Oh, yes.
We missed each other.
Yeah, this is like episode 312. We've just been having our own separate podcasts along the way here, but thanks for listening and thanks for tuning in. By all means, let your comments be known here on Facebook.
Talk back to us.
We are reeling them out here, even in real time. So thank you for watching and for listening tonight to Unmuted the Podcast. You can find us everywhere on social media. On Instagram, Unmuted the _podcast. So also Facebook as Unmuted the Podcast, as well as the Genius Media Group on Facebook and on YouTube.
Yes.
As well. Did I cover everybody?
That's everybody.
That was everybody.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah, that's everybody.
I'm doing all that without a script or a sheet in front of me or anything. So some things are
that's why you get paid the big bucks.
I do get paid the mediocre bucks around here. So at one point, go ahead. At one point, we're going to and another thing about podcasts and us here, we let you know, food is outside, and
food is outside.
Food is outside, and Stephen has run off to go get the food. So in the meantime, it's me and Lisa right here while Stephen gets the food. So can we talk about Lisa real quick?
What's up?
Can we talk about the things that we have talked about in 2023?
What was your top favorite discussion that we had?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked me that. Because to me, as I look through the list of things that we talked about, probably one of the most downloaded podcasts that we have done was the Alabama Boat Brawl.
Oh, yes.
That
I'm going back and I'm feeling those feelings. That energy. Oh my God. That was a great show.
When Black people came together.
And we stood in solidarity.
For one cause. And we grabbed us a folding chair. And we went to the heads.
To the heads of white people.
Of people of fairer complexion. And we decided to give them a thing or two.
Yes, that was a very popular show. That was a great time to be alive. What was that? In July?
That was in the first week of August. So it happened in July, the last part of July.
Yes. So yeah. Shout out to our brothers there that handled that situation. I just saw an interview not too long ago too with the guy, the hat thrower, the one that threw his hat up.
Yeah.
He was literally just saying he was just trying to do his job. He didn't want no smoke. He was, trying to get that boat pulled back in so people could get off and get home to their families and he could get home to his family. Like he was just really concerned about that. He said, and he didn't even want to fight them. But they got so rowdy and they were so, intoxicated. It just happened.
Yeah.
And those people that jumped in to help him, they had been working together for a while. So he's saying that they were like one big family. And that's why, as that boat was pulling in, you heard those people like, I know they not finna hit him. I know they not. And that's why the young boy jumped off the boat, swam.
I'm so glad that young man who swam to the shore jumped in, because if he did not do that, then it would have been worse for the captain.
It would have been worse for the captain.
For the dock, whoever was guarding the dock.
Yeah.
It would have been worse for him.
And the 16-year-old boy, he was on the interview as well. And they asked him, like, what made you do that? What made you jump in that water like that? Yeah. He was like, I couldn't stand by and watch they called him a name, not a name, but the name of his position. Yeah. He was like, I can't watch my, so-and-so get attacked like that. I had to do something, he was like, I know how to swim and I ain't never swim that fast. He was like, but I just knew I had to do something.
Well, and he took off though.
He took off and he became a hero.
Aquaman.
Yeah. And he was, and I'm so glad that the most talked about podcast
Was that one.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So because of everything that happened and who was involved and why they got involved and the unity. It wasn't the fact that, you had people just coming up and thugging and none of that stuff. That was not the case. It was to protect the person on the dock
that was being attacked,
who was being attacked. And I'm so glad that it became a story. I'm so glad that it became viral.
Yeah,
because we needed that at a time where everything was going off in the summer. We needed that come together moment as a people. So I'm just glad that was the number one talked about thing on this podcast. The most downloaded podcast we talked about was that. Now there were other things that we talked about.
Oh yeah.
Then, but that was okay. What else did we talk about at that point? The boxer's girlfriend. The weight that she had, and people were fat shaming her. Lizzo, Cardi B, and Jamie Foxx. We talked about a lot of things that day. But
Jamie Foxx just responded the other day. Did you guys see that?
His acceptance speech.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, he's like, y'all ain't shit.
Yeah. I'm glad
he was like, I was not cloned.
Because what makes I'm not even finna get in. That's a whole nother conspiracy theory.
But that's the way, our thought process is sometimes. It just doesn't make sense. Like, this can't be right. That's not him. Of course, like, it wasn't him, but like, come on.
But was it him on the dock at the Chicago River? Was that him in River City?
It looked like him to me.
It looked like him, but the man said he wasn't even able to walk during that time. Like,
not
when
that time.
Right.
This when he came.
When he came out, Shirley, right? Okay.
So we just fell for the banana in the tailpipe anyway.
The banana in the tailpipe.
That's what we did as a people. That's what we did
collectively.
We wanted Jamie Foxx so bad
that
we said, okay, anybody that looks remotely close to him, we're gonna say, that's Jamie, that's Jamie. That's where we are. That's what we are.
That's what we do. That's what we do.
So that podcast, August 6th, 2023, was the most downloaded podcast in Unmuted podcast history.
Wow.
And there are other things that we talked about, and I'm going to slowly go through the list. There was a time that we did Unmuted the podcast, and it was just me. And I was like, I need my friends to come on here because I can't do this. I started this podcast back in March 28th was the first Unmuted podcast. And it was me just saying, okay, guys, I'm out here. I'm doing it. But I knew I needed help.
Right.
That's why I called on Lisa and Steven because I could not do this thing on my own. So it went to a few more topics. I think I did one more 2 weeks later, April the 10th. Yeah. And then after that, I said, okay, I can't do this myself. So I said, okay, the first podcast with Lisa, Steven, and me was May 31st. And we talked, our first topic was the death of Tina Turner.
Oh
wow. Yeah.
And then we mixed in there the whole thing that went on with Derrick Jackson and Scottie Pippen. Those were the and I laugh at the Scottie Pippen thing.
Yeah, that was a huge story. You had a whole contact on that.
I had because somebody was emailing me from my old radio days. She would email that station email and I would get it, and she gave me so much information that was going on between her and Scottie and everybody, and I didn't believe none of it to start with. I'm like, verify everything, but then she came with some stuff,
right?
And I couldn't back away from it, so it became a story.
Yeah, and we went to look at her pages, and we still didn't find nothing valid about what she
we really
was
did.
saying. She did have a picture of her son, though, who did look like he could have been Scottie's son. That's all I'm gonna say.
But it was a Maury moment. Look at his nose. Yeah, it didn't hold weight. You know what I mean?
If the only thing you're looking at is Scottie's nose on the picture of a child and saying
that's kind of valid.
That nose is this big. Looks like a piece of balled up homework paper.
Oh God.
Or whatever.
God.
That's what it takes, I guess. But that story and Derrick Jackson.
Oh God, this guy.
Derrick Jackson, who had the nerve to get on air and say all the things that he was saying about men,
and all those years.
And he was that dude.
That's how he knew so well.
Because
What they were doing, the F boys, as he would say, and men ain't nothing, men ain't, because he was one of those.
Who better?
Yeah.
Who better to talk about it?
Yeah.
I don't think that he really understood what would come up after all of that. But the truth will come and find you.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And it found him, and it really took him under. So Derrick Jackson, Scottie Pippen, and Tina Turner, who is still a legend, still an icon, even in her death.
Yeah.
Will always be. There are icons.
Mm-hmm.
There are people who we list as icons.
Right.
Okay, right off the bat, Michael Jackson. Right off the bat,
absolutely.
Whitney Houston. Right off the bat,
come on, Prince.
Tina Turner, Prince. Right off the bat,
Mm-hmm.
those are icons.
Yeah.
They're still living icons, but the ones who passed away, that's the ones I'm talking about. So,
sure.
But you can stop with those 4,
mm-hmm.
really, and just say that's it.
Yeah.
They will always be iconic. Their music will always be iconic. And Tina Turner didn't get a lot of black airplay on radio stations, but she was a legend. Her music was legendary. And for her to act, I got into it when I saw Beyond Thunderdome for the first time.
Man,
that was my introduction.
Absolutely. Well, that was me too. Yeah.
To Tina Turner.
Definitely.
And from that point on, I was like, okay, I'm going to follow what she's doing.
Yeah.
And she lived up to every moment.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, can I just interject, because we're talking about icons, past icons. I don't know if you've watched it, but there was a documentary on Little Richard.
You know what?
I wanted to know. I wanted to watch the Little Richard.
Hey, you need to watch that.
It's good.
That nigga really did invent rock and roll.
Of course, I never doubted what he was saying, but I just like,
I got tired of hearing him say it, and I'm like, but it makes sense that you never recognize me, and he's saying it in you thinking it's a playful way, but he was serious.
Right.
Y'all up here playing in my face.
Right. Because who was out first, him or Chuck Berry, or like who?
Well, that was all. They were all
doing the same time. Okay.
Yeah.
But for Little Richard to be the 5th Beatle.
Wow.
In a time where you really wouldn't think Little Richard would fit with the Beatles, he was that dude. Little Richard was that dude.
Yeah.
So wait, are you saying that like figuratively, or the 5th Beatle? Like, what do you? He performed with the Beatles?
No, he didn't perform with them.
He pretty
was
much
a
brought
member?
them. No, they based that whole Paul McCartney wing. He got that from Little Richard.
Yeah.
Okay.
He got all of that from Little Richard. Little Richard's pen, his music, his songwriting.
Mm-hmm.
That was the Beatles. How can I put this? Little Richard was heavily influenced.
Okay.
And the Beatles were heavily influenced by Little Richard.
Okay.
Rolling Stones.
Oh my God, the Stones were.
Even Elvis, didn't they say Elvis?
Elvis, he tried to, when it was funny, because even in the movie when Leon played him, they touched on it. What was the dude named Pat Boone?
Yeah.
Oh,
Pat Boone, Elvis. You had people. Little Richard would come out with a song, and then they would try to
write it up,
and they couldn't keep up with him. Even with Elvis, he couldn't keep up.
More like when Prince did the Tom Petty tribute with My God.
I was just watching that last night.
Man, that talk about they couldn't keep up, and they just stood out and they just backed up and let Prince have it.
Wow.
Man,
that's who Little Richard was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's who Little Richard was when he got on stage with them. His showmanship, his musicianship, everything that he took. They were like, in some way, I have to try to emulate this, and they never could.
Right.
They never could do it. So so shout out to Little Richard.
No doubt.
He was a beast.
So was that a persona, or was that really who he was?
What do you mean?
Him, like, in your face and kind of.
Oh, that was him.
That was him.
That was him.
But then he took because he was stuck in two worlds, the entertainer and then his love of God. And I forgot what actually, they say he just, I don't know if it was a dream or something, but he said he felt the end of the world was coming. and he let everything go as far as entertainment. And he went to this seminary.
Okay.
I forgot where it was.
Little Richard went to seminary.
Yes.
Wow.
And when they found out he was coming, they were like, "Yeah, we don't entertain rock and roll here. I don't know what he planned on doing, but he was straight laced, let all of that go, and he was focused on God, focused on learning."
Wow.
You really got to watch it. You're gonna check that out.
I'm gonna have to look.
There's a lot of stuff about.
Now I know we're talking about past shows, but since we're also talking about documentaries, did anybody watch Maxine's Baby Boy? Tyler Perry's.
Oh no, I ain't watch it yet.
Oh my god!
You didn't watch it?
Yeah, not yet.
That has to be.
You gotta go home
something
and watch
you gotta
it
watch
tonight.
out tonight. You gotta watch that. I don't think I ever cried.
Really? And that's probably why I wonder why I don't need nothing else.
I thought the Kirk Franklin documentary was something.
Right.
This don't hold a candle.
Really?
Don't hold a candle.
It does not hold a candle to Tyler Perry.
It addressed so much of who he is and how he became the way that he is.
You gotta look at this. You gotta look at this, Stephen. This is something.
I don't even want to discuss it until Stephen watches it. That could be a whole nother podcast.
Yeah, we had to come back. I know that you all want to talk about it because half of America, if not all of America, has seen it. It's just Stephen that just hasn't seen it.
Right.
But we will talk about that at some point. We will, I promise you, because that really gave me more of the push that I needed for Genius.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very encouraging.
Okay.
It's going to motivate you to do whatever it is that you're thinking about, considering, maybe even wanted it, It's going to be that.
I'm telling you, Stephen. And the fact that I heard the word genius 3 times in this documentary. And every time I heard it, I was like, this is exactly where I need to be. This is exactly what I need to be doing. And I was like, the hell with anybody else and what they thought. This is what I need to
do. Okay.
Yep.
And so, Steve, look at this movie.
Get your confirmation.
I guess I'm like in that vein of what was the Eveline on The Wiz. I don't want no more damn bad news. I just didn't want it.
No, it's very
so I'm okay. All right, bet.
It has its moments.
Okay.
But it makes sense. And he said, Tyler Perry said he could only watch it one time.
And it's
he could only watch it once. And I was watching The View when he was on The View.
And he broke down. He was so far removed from that thing that when the name of the show was mentioned, the name of the documentary was mentioned. It just
of the, I forgot who it was that said it.
I can't think of her name either.
She said, I met your mother through this movie. And all it took was it didn't hit him right away because he went into another thing, and then it hit him and said, wait a minute, and he completely
lost it,
broke down.
Wow.
You met my mother too. I've never heard. You really got me. And he was trying to get it together. He was cussing on there and everything.
He was like, I need a minute.
Right. part of Medea came out of him.
Okay.
He was trying, hello, I'm trying to get it together.
Right.
And so he was trying his best to get it, and he could not do it.
Wow.
And that was the only time in any interview about that documentary that he went there and had that type of reaction. For him to hear someone say, I met your mother.
And she said that, but we all felt like that when we watched it, because like we heard so much about Medea and all of that stuff, and he introduced us to the auntie who the character is based off of. But we never quite got to see and find out who his mom is, and we met her too. You watch it, you're gonna meet her, and it's like you're gonna be like, wow, so this is where he came from, and this is how he thought to do this, and this is Now,
when you talk about his mom, you talking about because it was his grandmother that raised him, right? Is that who he called mom? Or?
No, his mother raised him because his mother was married to his father, but after a while, he had to leave. I don't want to tell all the story.
Yeah. But now y'all gonna make me watch.
But you gotta watch it because it all ties in. And to remember the fact that Madea came about at the Regal Theater.
Yeah, Chicago.
That was the first time that it came about.
That's crazy.
And he went through all the footages there, everything. And I'm sitting there like, and this is how the Regal used to look when people were in it. Yeah. And so I was like, wow.
And that was all because somebody didn't show up or something, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Somebody didn't show up, and he had to perform doing 2 people at the same time. And then he was like, forget it, I'm just gonna create this person. And that's how that is how the birth of Madea happened.
And the word of mouth had the people lined up outside to come back and see it.
The next day, everybody was out there lined up. So it was, to know that it came about here in Chicago, that does me proud.
Yeah.
But you gotta watch that, Steve. I swear to God, if you don't watch it next week, I'm gonna hit you in your neck.
Between you and Bree, all right, my sister Bree on here too. All right, I'm gonna watch it.
And who else? Well, who else was a good topic? What about your girl, Delvin?
Listen,
Jada Pinkett Smith.
Jada, let me go back to Jada real quick. Hold on. Jada was a recent episode for us.
We talked about her in October.
October the 22nd.
But didn't she do something else dumb after that? Or did Will?
No, so it was Will.
Okay.
Will was doing all of the his book came out.
Okay.
And,
right.
And he was talking about everything that he had went through. But it
didn't land. It didn't land like Jada's did.
No, it doesn't hold a candle to Jada's book. Because Jada just had to just start talking about August Alsina and her love for Tupac, and
that just got real.
It's all of it.
It was messy. They weren't together, and
how do you not be together? Okay,
I think she wanted more than what it was.
You think?
Yeah.
Because I don't know if it's like this. Who's the person on the show Abbott Elementary? She
the creator or
no, she's one of the actors, one of the teachers there. I can't remember her name. No, not her. The
Shirley
Lee Ralph. That's her name, Cheryl Lee Ralph, who just made news that she's moving in with her husband after being married for the last 18 years.
So, wait a minute.
Yeah. So
push pause.
Yeah. She's been married for 18 years and has not lived with her husband.
Well, what is he from Nigeria? Like, what's the
no, and he's an American.
He's a prince.
He's here.
He's
no royalty at all.
He ain't got his own money.
No,
where he work at? Like, what he do?
But apparently, because of her schedule and her acting and all of these things, I don't buy it.
I mean,
18 years?
18 years, y'all couldn't get y'all schedules together?
18 whole years.
Didn't nobody call U-Haul? Y'all didn't know the number? Like, what's the thing?
But that's the same thing I think about when I think about Jada Pinkett. When she says that they are married but not married, and they've actually been separated for how many years?
About 5 years.
5, 6 years. So I can't get involved with that type of confusion.
Yeah.
Either you are or you ain't, because when I heard about Cheryl Lee Ralph and being married 18 years and finally moving in with her husband, I'm like, you wasn't married.
You weren't married.
Listen, can we? I want to continue there, but look, did y'all hear about? I didn't know about this.
What?
Yo-Yo and
Tupac and that girl.
I had no idea.
Oh, you don't think that baby looked like Tupac?
Absolutely.
Yes. Yes.
But I never,
And the more Yo-Yo talks, the more it seems like Jada was just a crazy
That's
fan.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, like she was just, obsessed with him, and he was over here doing whatever.
Because TikTok puts they put receipts together.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
They go digging and they finding this one lady. She said your timeline not matching up, and she broke down everything. I'm like, first of all, you got too much time in the hand to go through all that. I'm glad you did.
Right.
And you hear stories like this, and then with Yo-Yo,
and Yo-Yo has never confirmed. She hasn't denied or confirmed.
Exactly.
You know, she
I
just
never heard
Do
her
you
say
think she
anything.
has to deny or confirm
she
anything?
does not.
The proof is in the baby,
Yeah,
grown
Mhm.
baby, but
pretty much.
yeah.
That's definitely
It's a story.
It's a story of a little baby.
And I just hate that his mom is gone, he's gone, and
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
nobody could really validate all this stuff from his side,
True.
and that's sad. So we're just gonna continue to speculate, and we're gonna keep
That's all we
all
have.
the rumors going because that's what we do.
One of the stories that we talked about that had got a lot of traction outside of the boat brawl.
Mhm.
I'm looking for it. Oh my god. Yeah. The pegging
Yeah.
the pegging episode.
And what were we talking? I'm sure I brought that up.
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
I?
absolutely.
What
You
was we
did.
talking about? What was it about?
It was about him, just his
Who was getting big?
the dude from Black Ink.
4.
4. I knew it was
Yes,
still
yes.
four.
That's his
Yeah,
name.
yeah, that was a good. This man is still doing the most on TikTok. I mean, on Twitter.
But here's one thing I appreciate: people they not as what's the word I'm looking for? They're more open to him now. They're not dogging.
He's found
him.
his following,
I
is
shouldn't
what
say
it is.
dog with the
Yeah.
whole
You know
dog
what?
mask, but I'm just saying he's found his following, and
he's-
people are more accepting
Yeah, he's found his
of
audience.
him being him because he's happy.
And people have just gotten over it. Now he did post not too long ago, maybe a couple of months, that he really wishes he would not have came out like he did
Oh wow!
because he misses some of the people. He misses some of the family that he used to have like
Oh,
close
really?
relations. Yeah.
Oh.
And that was sad, but you still, you're making your money, you're in your lane, you're doing what you love.
Yeah.
So who got a problem with it?
Mm.
I wish I had the guts.
There's so much
The
I want to
guts to
say.
what?
to do what I love.
Oh,
And
Oh,
get
I
paid
was gonna
for it.
say.
I got nervous.
I was nervous over here. I'm sitting here like,
And I'm not trying to
what
pay
you talking about? What you
nobody.
talking about?
I'm about to
Willis?
call my boy right now. Run, nigga, run.
I don't want to beg no. Mm-mm.
No? Okay. Whew.
No.
So-
I just pursuing dreams.
glad.
That's what it's about.
I'm so glad.
It's motivation in for a story.
Motivation.
It is motivation. Who could not?
For who?
For anybody who has a dream that they fearful to pursue, like just look at
Lisa, do you have a dream? Is there a dream that you want to fulfill, Lisa?
Yeah, a lot of them.
Does any of them have to do with a certain appendage or anything like that?
I told y'all nothing like that. I'm just saying it's just motivation, just to, whenever I'm feeling down or low, I can just go on Twitter and be like, if he can do it, if he can do this,
Wow.
I know I can go ahead and write this song. Or
It only took one time for me to have, and the dogs are here. That's why
Yeah.
you hear everything. So it only took one time for me to see the video, and I was like, yeah, I'm not inspired. I'm not driven.
See,
I just took the word
you
for
gotta
it. I
stop
ain't watching
looking at
that
things
video.
at surface value. You gotta dig deeper, like old girl was doing.
But then again, dig deep.
Wow.
I'm not doing this.
Okay.
I'm not doing this. Now, I think we've been on here long enough. I want to make sure that, and there were plenty of things we talked about. We talked about the migrants nonstop. We talked about Carly Russell and her fake kidnapping.
Is she in prison yet?
I
or
haven't
jail,
heard
or,
anything
like-
yet. I don't think has she actually been sentenced? I know they have the
I think they gave her like a year or something like
no,
that.
that they're recommending a year. They
Okay.
Right,
have
I don't
not
think they actually-
sentenced
yeah.
her yet.
But didn't they find her? Did they find her or no?
Let's find out.
I thought they find her because all the people that looked for her so diligently
There-
for
yeah,
those
there's a-
48 hours.
Yeah, there's a fine. There's a fine that's involved. No. Let me take this back. It's been recommended to the court, the fine and the year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it still hasn't been.
It hasn't been
Looking
adjudicated
at
yet.
18,000 in restitution.
Did anybody look at the nurse who what was it? The nurse who saw the baby on the side of the expressway. It's a movie. Well, it's a 49-minute movie. It's on Tubi. Yeah.
I knew you
It started
was
out
gonna
on
say
Prime
that.
Video though.
Anything
And of course
on
it's
Tubi.
about her.
Yeah.
It was good.
And that's where we are as a society because yes, the SAG-AFTRA strike is over.
Finally.
Finally,
Yeah,
it's
finally.
over. And so now we can get quality television back on the air, and I cannot wait.
But here's what I haven't heard. Did they actually get what they were seeking?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
They got everything that they wanted. They have all the protections that they were after.
All right.
AI was the main thing.
Exactly.
And so they are protected there at least for the next 4 years.
Okay.
So that is a done deal, and we don't have to worry about that.
We look for another strike in 4 years.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much where we are as a society. We're only good for until the next contract is over.
Yeah.
So the AI and the what is it called, the revenue sharing of streaming.
Okay.
Those were the two things that they were after the most.
All
For people in my industries, voice actors, what we're concerned about is AI, number one, more than anything, because that was the thing that we were the most worried about. So that we're protected as far as that concerns. That is concerned, but that's the only reason why voice actors were really on strike.
Yeah.
Everything else had to do with television. So,
you know what we found out? We watch a lot of HGTV, and they had a lot of shows that they were doing where they had celebrity guests. And the nanny, Fran Drescher, she was one of them.
She like the president of
the SAG actress.
She was the president of.
Right.
She was the president of SAG actress.
Okay.
Yes.
So they started doing, like, during that downtime, they were doing like celebrity makeovers for their homes and stuff like that. I guess just to keep them working or busy.
Okay.
So they were doing a lot of that type of stuff while they were down, when they should have been on the picket lines, but we're not going to talk about that.
The one thing that I am so glad is over is as much reality television as there has been. I don't think I have ever been so frustrated over the Golden Bachelor.
The Golden Bachelor.
I did not want to watch the Golden Bachelor. I never wanted to watch the Golden Bachelor, but that was all we heard because there was nothing else on television.
Yeah.
So I had to be force fed Golden Bachelor nonstop. And because no one could talk about a movie coming up, nobody could talk about whatever.
Right.
I had to deal with reality television. So I'm so glad that is over. However, I will say this. Game shows, that's my jam now.
Game shows.
I can watch game shows now.
What's your favorite?
My favorite right now is this one called Raid the Cage.
Okay.
Raid the Cage, which has what is his name? Wayans. One of the Wayans sons. It's
really?
Damon Jr., I think.
Okay.
Wow.
So he's on there hosting the show with who's the person from the talk that got Jenny May.
Oh, okay.
She's on there on that show, but that is see Lisa face.
She got enough to
Jenny May was on the show, and she's on the show, but that is probably if I'm going to watch a show, either Raid the Cage on CBS or Press Your Luck.
Press Your Luck is timeless.
Press Your Luck is timeless. I love the fact that they risk it all and they get bankrupt.
Yeah. But I tell you, DC is doing great with the Hollywood
Squares.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've only watched a couple of episodes. They are hilarious.
The Hollywood Squares. They're still doing the Hollywood
Squares
with a
brand
whole
new,
younger crowd.
Yeah.
Wow.
DC Young, what's his name?
DC Young Fly.
Yeah. He's the host.
He's the host.
Yes, sir.
So I gotta watch this.
You do.
I know, right?
He's gonna make me watch this show now.
You gotta watch.
Wait. What is it on? Is it Game Show Network? Is it a network show?
I think it's I want to say BET.
Oh,
I'm gonna find it.
Cause
BET Plus or something.
I don't know. I've seen the previews for it, but I've never.
Oh, you haven't watched it yet? Oh, you gotta watch it.
So I gotta watch that. So the one thing I'm glad is over is reality television. I can't do it. And one of the show that makes me think was a show by itself. We didn't have to do any other topic outside of this. We talked about where men should not take women on a first date.
Oh my God.
The woman who came out and actually said that she would not go to Cheesecake Factory because it was beneath her.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have to talk about anything else, and I don't think we did. We did. It was you were in California.
I was going to say I must have been in California.
You were in California, and Diamond Dixon was here, and she did the show, and she did the show with us. But we talked about that and the list of men who shouldn't date at all.
Right, because the men came out with their list.
Yeah,
saying with the type of woman that they wouldn't date.
Okay.
It was good, and then to find out that the whole thing started over a prank. Like
it wasn't even real.
But it started up some great conversations,
and you'll see who really on that shit because
So that's what we're those shows. Now we talked again. I don't know how many shows was this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 18. Then there were 4 on YouTube alone. So what's that? That's 20 shows. So we've talked about a lot of things from Donald Trump to the White Sox shooting to Tory Lanez to the decapitated and stillborn
babies.
The stuff that we talk about, Kerry Washington, Kirk Franklin, and their whole biology thing going on, Deion Sanders, Jeezy. Who is the person that's in jail right now? That's Tory Lanez, right? So Tory Lanez was shooting Meg. So all of that, and the local stories that we've talked about, as far as the White Sox shooting, during a game, R. Kelly, the person who was
Brian McKnight bitch ass.
Oh, God,
a couple of times we talked about.
We did. Yeah,
Roly Poly.
Yeah, her body work that she had done.
Tim Anderson, Zion Williamson, the effed up baby names. We Babyface versus Anita Baker. We talked about a lot of stuff.
We covered some good ground.
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
Just to know, just so you guys know, we ain't going nowhere.
No.
Right. And 2023 is not over.
No.
and you can guarantee, and we can guarantee you this much. If it's a story, if it's a headline, if it's a trending topic or whatever, we're going to talk about it.
Absolutely.
And you're going to hear from us on this. And we're going to, by all means, bring it to you the only way we know how.
Yeah.
And that's unmuted.
But Delvin, are we doing the award show?
Oh, God, yes. Let me tell you.
Come on. Talk about it.
On Facebook, every year, I do a segment that's called the Have a Seat Awards.
That's what it's called?
Yeah.
I thought it was the Sit Your Ass Down Award.
Yeah, it's the
That's
sit
what we
shows.
call it.
The sit shows is what everybody calls it in the street. But it's the Have a Seat Awards is the official title of it.
Okay.
And there are people who we believe have said something or have done something. You have heard something or experienced something that whoever did it, whoever said it, whoever has perpetrated it needs to get somewhere and sit down.
Sit your ass down.
Right. So we have our nominations, and I'm so proud to say that after 7 years of doing the Have a Seat Awards or the sit shows, and over 1,000 comments on Facebook. Yes, I have counted everyone. Over 1,000. I think it's 1,069 comments in 7 years that we've done it. People come with it. They are prepared, guns blazing, ready to shoot out a round or two at whoever. So
I know I'm ready.
Let's talk about this.
The one that resonated with me the most was the one Tadella posted, and it was about the pronouns. People that want the pronoun stuff, like just call them by their name. You looking like a woman, you got implants, but you talking about you're they. Why, if you went as far as to get fake boobs, why wouldn't you want to be your pronouns to be she, her?
I mean, is that the last thing that's like I draw the line at being called she?
But you have boobs.
But you went for implants.
Right.
You're taking all kind of medicine and drugs or whatever, but you don't call me she.
Right.
Or whatever, you know.
But here's the thing that bothers. This is the only thing that bothers me. The offense you take because somebody, how are we supposed to know?
The offense. Yeah.
Come on now.
Being misgendered.
I don't care what you want to be. You be who you want to be.
Exactly.
And be proud about it. But you can't force other people.
You can't force it.
Unfortunately,
Set your ass down.
that's the one that does it for you, Lisa.
That was the one. Because I it's so prevalent, and you know, with companies today that you work with, they want you to have it in your email signature. They want you to have it like everywhere, so people don't make that mistake.
Yeah, when did we start that? Having the
I don't know.
Yeah,
I see it on my LinkedIn. I see it on everything now. Delvin Randall says him, his on it. And I'm like, I didn't say him, his, or whatever. I think they pretty much know by looking at me that I'm him, his.
Right.
But now I have to announce.
And that's the thing. It could be somebody like you or somebody that looks like Steven talking about I'm she.
Yeah.
What? You got a full salt and pepper beard.
What I don't understand is you go through so many measures to be who you are. Then why not be who you are all the way? And if the pronoun is what stops you from you being who you are, I don't know I don't know how they is in this commentation.
Right.
Like I said, that goes against everything I ever learned in English class from 4th grade on, 3rd grade on.
So now we're gonna change.
We're gonna say they, them is plural. I mean, it's singular.
Right.
That's one person can be called they. Absolutely not. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Because what makes you plural? That you can identify as more than one sex? Then come up with another term that's not going to contradict my education.
I don't know, and I don't care. Honestly, I just don't know, and
just tell me what your name is.
Exactly.
What your name
is?
What
right.
your name is, fool? What your name is? Steven,
be like,
what is? As I try to find you and get you in focus, what's going on? I don't know. So get you in focus real quick. Autofocus, please. Thank you. Now, Steven, as I turn to you, what does it for you that they need to get somewhere and sit down? What does it for you? Who said something? Who did something?
It's not one person per se. And I love my city, but the city of Chicago, you need to sit your ass down.
Really?
Man.
Hard.
Come on.
What did the city do this time to have you say they need to sit down?
I can't even. There's not just one thing. It's just like every week there's something, and
I can name like 9.
Man, I just don't understand how we still don't have any. We have homeless that
That's one of my 9. That's one of my 9
that we're fighting for to try to get shelter and ideas that we brought up in the past that they've knocked down, but then you have the immigrants and they're like, oh, we have an idea.
Right.
Oh, really?
Right.
Now you got an idea. Come on, man.
Yeah, they do. They have all these resources and things in place for the migrants, but yeah, you still have your people that have been down on Canalport for years, off of Roosevelt and the Expressway for years, and they still didn't get any resources.
Exactly.
Y'all didn't put a lot of the migrant. Well, the police station by my house is cleared, so they don't put them somewhere. But what about the people a few hundred feet down from the police station under the viaduct? Is a family living under there. Like they couldn't go with them. So it's just.
What does it for me when it comes to the city and this particular thing is the migrants who are coming are being immediately or fast-tracked into naturalization. So that they can become American citizens. So then they can get whatever benefits they can get, job referrals and all of these things. However, the veteran who is homeless, who has been down this road for years, continues to have their back turned by the city of Chicago. So there's that. You're giving them health benefits. You're giving them job referrals. To the point that the migrants are coming in and they're just saying, all we want to do is be able to work and provide for our family. That's all we want to do. And we want to do that in a country that we don't have to worry about whether or not we're going to live or die. I get it. However, in the line with you is the veteran or the homeless person who is being looked over because they can't
how many years?
For years,
yeah,
and can't get any can't get any resources because of it, because they don't want to because right now there millions of dollars are being invested in the migrant thing. There's the shelter that just got shut down because of the soil was contaminated.
Oh yeah, over was that Brighton Park?
Yes, that's over there on 38th in California.
Okay.
I want to say, but the results came in. They could not put the house in there, although they already built the tents.
Right. They said
they can't do it. The state, the governor got involved and said, "We're not funding this at all."
Right.
So
they want them to be safe and healthy.
So they moved all of the tents from where they were on California over there to 115th and Halsted.
That's where they are now. I was wondering.
That's the next place. The old Jewel.
Mm-hmm.
That's over there. That's
now you're gonna make me drive past there when I leave here because I want to see. And my thing is the mental health patients, the Black mental health patients, or the regular any color, that have been suffering with the lack of resources.
Yeah.
But they can't get any type of help. They have to go to clinics and things like that and just sit in there, go to libraries, things like that, or just walk the streets. But then you have the migrants come here because they had to flee their countries and they get all these resources and it's the double standard.
Did you send it? I don't know if one of y'all sent it, but then I usually don't quote anything Dr. Umar said, but did you?
I sent that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow.
I know, right? That was deep.
That made so much sense.
So we have those two nominees.
Brandon Johnson can sit his ass down too already.
I was gonna ask a question. Now I was one who wanted Brandon Johnson in office. I wanted him to come here. I voted for him.
Mm-hmm.
However, his response to a few things has not
been
good.
He can never say yes or no. It's always, well, I don't feel like this, it's like, and he never ends up giving an answer to what was asked. And he nods his head like he just did something after he.
But this is where you can tell that he is not media he's not versed in the media.
Mm-hmm.
He is not his stage presence, his presence as far as these press conferences and all of that. He is not prepared when it comes to that.
Right.
Okay.
So what comes out of his mouth sometimes is a little abrasive because he does not know what to say.
Yeah.
But there's a team for that.
There's supposed to be a team that can tell him that, but he never had to deal with that before.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is something completely new to him, that when he started talking about the fact that the pressures of his home and his wife and how he had to deal with things outside of politics and all this, I was like, okay,
in the first 6 months,
we get it, but this is what you signed up for,
right?
So there's that. I could talk about Brandon Johnson. I could talk about the city of Chicago all day when it comes to stuff like this. However, what I will say, keeping with the city of Chicago, the crime rate in the city is just completely horrendous when it comes to solving murders. I will always say this, Chicago, if you want to kill somebody
and get away with it,
move to Chicago.
Maybe
because
sad.
That is Chicago's clearance rate for murders is under 25%.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And do we have anybody working cold case files? Because nothing ever gets resolved.
How?
The missing Black women, the missing children that go unresolved. Like,
there's a lot of things that we can talk about when it comes to this city and their failings. That is one of them, and they're the first ones to say that crime rates are down and all of this stuff here. But for this one person who lives in Beverly, who got carjacked here in Beverly, and two people came, and a woman and her daughter was coming out of the garage to go into the house, and two men came and tackled the woman, grabbed her purse and grabbed her keys, put a gun to her head, and then her husband came out because he heard all this going on, and he came out They had a gun to his back, led him, and he's like, "Here, take my car. Just take my car."
Oh, I did see. Yeah.
I didn't hear about that.
For this
I
to
saw
happen,
that.
and then they arrested somebody 2 days later, and I was like, "Okay, great, you arrested somebody. That's fine." A week later, the car they did not take, they came back for it.
Oh wow.
Nah, I didn't hear that part.
They
Wow.
came back for it because they had the keys.
It's the audacity.
So
for
they
you.
came back for it, and
Wow.
that's when they got arrested. You already did your dumb fuckery by coming in there
Wow.
and doing this to begin with. But you're that box of rocks stupid that you're going to come out there and go back to the
Yeah.
same place to get the car because you got the keys. So-
Mm.
For that to happen, and I'm not saying that because it happens in Beverly, that's why I'm upset.
Mhm.
But the fact that it's happening,
Period. Yeah.
period.
Exactly.
These I can show you all videos of people just walking down the street and a carload of people come out with long guns and they're just pointing at their heads and they're just
Yeah.
grabbing whatever they got, their purse, their pockets, they're going into it and everything. That's a very real thing in the
What
city.
we
And
talked
Mhm.
about? Did we talk about the postman that was car stuck up?
no, we did
We
not.
didn't
They've
talk
been
about-
doing that a lot.
Yeah, because of the keys that they have. And then the car, they actually took the truck.
Yeah.
I didn't know they took.
They've done
took-
that a couple of times.
They took the van.
The mail truck. Yeah.
Right.
And that's what, federal property?
Yes.
Exactly.
And so I could talk about the city and its crime levels all day long because that's all I do. But that's one thing. My Have a Seat award this year goes to what's the guy's name? Jackson, who Keke Palmer's
Oh man, yeah.
Darvin, what's
What's
his
his
name?
name?
I can't remember his name now. Saved my life, but him.
Dickhead.
Yeah.
Him.
Let's go with that.
Let's go.
Yeah,
It works.
Let's go with that because for him to do everything that I know about what happened now, and we didn't know all of the details, but to find out that he was abusive towards her,
Mhm.
hitting her, threatening her space, and all of this stuff here, I just did not have a good feeling about this at all.
Right.
So for him to do all that he's doing, saying that she's a mom, she shouldn't go to the Usher concert, she shouldn't be dressing the way she's dressing.
And as if that wasn't controlling her enough, and then we find out that he's been putting his hands on her.
Right.
Right. That's the part for me that makes me want to say, have a seat, sit your ass down somewhere and
Please.
have a seat.
Darius.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bree.
Darius Jackson, isn't it Jackson? Yeah. So
Him and Derek should be
Yeah,
Brothers,
they
okay.
probably cousins.
probably so.
so I don't want to lump all Jacksons into this because Jackson is a common name now, so I don't want to put all that in there. But yeah, Darius, please have a seat. You win. You are my ultimate 2023 award winner of Sit Your Ass Down Somewhere.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So and of course you can go to my Facebook page and you can see it for yourself. It's right there. If you got nominations or you got nominees, let us know who you think needs to get somewhere and sit down.
Yeah.
Please go there for us. Listen, we've had fun here. Another wonderful podcast. I don't even know how long it's been because I did not record it. So or record it like I normally would record it. So I'm gonna have to go back on our YouTube and grab the audio from there so I can send it out to everybody. But thank you guys for making
Yes.
Unmuted the podcast what it has been for 2023.
Yeah.
And we could not have done this without you all. And I can't say I cannot do this without these two people next to me, with Miss Lisa J, with Big Sir Steven.
Yeah.
I cannot do this without you all. So thank you. You all are for real my ride or dies. And,
Always and forever.
Oh yeah, man.
and until the wheels fall off and the world blows up, this is where we are.
Yeah.
So we got to eat because
Yes,
food is
yes.
here.
It is
It
here.
is getting
And
cold.
I'm it's getting cold and I'm smelling what do we have today with barbecue.
Yes, sir.
So-
Barbecue.
I love the barbecue. So anyway, you guys,
Barbecue.
we'll see you guys. If we don't come back, because this is close to Christmas.
It is
we
close.
getting up there.
We're 2 weeks away from Christmas as to the recording
Great.
of this show.
Thanks for the reminder.
You know, no pressure. No pressure at all. But we are where we are. But if we don't get to see you, if you don't hear from us at all, please have the very merriest of Christmases. And we will see you all again in 2024. Big things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Big things.
Get ready.
Be safe. Happy holidays.
We love y'all.
We love y'all too much. Maybe we should talk about that. Why we love everybody so much. Yeah, that should be another topic for another day. But we're going to stop right there. Okay. So you all, this is Unmuted the Podcast. This is Delvin for Miss Lisa Jade. That's right there. And for Big Sir Steven, that's right there. Unmuted the Podcast, guys. We'll see you guys next time here on Genius Audio.
Peace.
Peace.
See you.